Hello duelists! Rasmero here, bringing you guys more Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG news from the fan-favorite Field Collector's Pack 2018, set to release next month. First up, we have quite the surprise. They are printing the Star series of martial arts monsters used by Isao Kachidoki in the Arc 5 anime. First up, we have Earthstar Hayati. You can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. Its first effect: if only your opponent controls a monster or if you control a light monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Second effect: if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon one level 5 light warrior monster from your hand. Third effect: once per turn, when a warrior monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can have this card lose 500 attack, and if it does, negate the attack. Next, we have Skystar Tenma. You can only use this card name's second effect once per turn, same as Hayati. First effect: if only your opponent controls a monster or if you control an earth monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Second effect: if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon one level 5 earth warrior monster from your hand. Third effect: once per turn, when an opponent's card or card effect is activated that targets a warrior monster or monsters you control, this is a quick effect, you can have this card lose 500 attack, and if it does, negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. Finally, we have Unity Star Kaiki. You can only use this card name's effects once per turn. Its first effect is, if this card is special summon, you can pay 500 life to fusion summon one warrior fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. Second effect: during your opponent's turn, if you control a level 5 or higher warrior monster whose attack is different from its original attack, this is a quick effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. So first we can see that Hayati and Tenma are made to have interaction. When one is on the field, they can easily pull the other out from your hand, allowing for a quick and easy setup for rank 5 XCs. You can also forego using them as summoning materials and keep them on the field for their powerful third effects to nullify both attacks and opponent effects. This will then allow you to bring in Kaiki from the grave and conduct a counter fusion summon on your opponent's turn. Now, I wasn't that interested in this archetype while watching the anime, but this effect synergy seems pretty interesting, so I might actually just try it out. So now let's look at the fusion monsters. First up, the Conqueror Star Idaten. Fusion materials 2 level 5 or higher warrior monsters. You can only use this card name's first effect once per turn. First effect: if this card is fusion summoned, you can add one level 5 warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Second effect: once per turn, you can discard any number of cards and this card will gain 200 attack for each. Third effect: if this card battles an opponent's monster whose level is equal to or lower than this card's, during damage calculation, you can activate this effect once per battle. During this damage calculation only, that opponent's monster's attack becomes 0. So a typical high power beater with a ferocious effect that punishes low level monsters? Okay, not low level, anything at level 10 or below can get wrecked by this guy, resulting in an instant 3000 damage or more depending on the usage of its second effect. So this guy can end duels quite quickly. Secondly, Emperor Star Shura. It's sort of like an evolution of Idaten because its fusion materials are Idaten and one level 5 or higher warrior monster. Its first effect is, once per turn, during the battle phase, this is a quick effect, you can make the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls become 0. Second effect: if two monsters battle during damage calculation, you can activate this effect once per battle. During this damage calculation only, each of these battling monsters gains attack equal to its own level times 200. Third effect: if this fusion summon card in its owner's control is sent to the graveyard because it was destroyed by an opponent's card, by battle or by card effect, you can special summon one Conqueror Star Idaten from your extra deck, and this is treated as a fusion summon, so you will be able to trigger Idaten's first effect for the search. I really love how this card exudes its Emperor's presence by not just empowering itself and subjugating its opponents, but essentially subjugating the entire field to its own laws of level-based natural selection. Normally we see XCs and Link monsters as capable of escaping level-related negative effects, but I like how Shura here turns that logic on its head and punishes them instead. So it's quite a pretty interesting archetype so far. Next, Konami is tickling our nostalgia again with the printing of Litmus Death Swordsman, one of Misawa's old cards from GX and a ritual monster. So this monster is ritual summoned by Litmus Doom Ritual. Its first effect is, it is unaffected by trap effects and cannot be destroyed by battle. Second, while the trap card is face up on the field, this card gains a shocking 3000 attack and defense. Third, if this ritual summon card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect, You can target one trap card in either graveyard and set it. Now here's the details for Litmus Doom Ritual. This card is used to ritual summon Litmus Doom Swordsman, and you can only use this card name's second effect once per turn. So its first effect is basically the effect to ritual summon Litmus, and second effect is, if this card is in your grave, you can target one Litmus Doom Swordsman in your grave, shuffle both this card and the targeted monster back into the deck in order to draw one card. So quite an interesting set of ritual monster and spell. I have to say I really like it. It might work quite well in the Burgestorma or Paleozoic deck, as you guys might know it in the TCG. I think that's the most recent trap monster archetype and one of my most favorite recent archetypes, so if I have the chance, I definitely want to try it out together with this new ritual monster. And finally, not only are we getting the previously announced Topologic Gambler Dragon, they are also giving us the last of Revolver's Gun Dragons, BORRELGUARD Dragon. Link materials 3 or more effect monsters. First effect, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Second, once per turn you can send one card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard, special summon from either player's graveyard one monster that was destroyed and send there this turn, but it has its effects negated. We saw this in the final duel between Yusaku and Playmaker. Third, once per turn, quick effect, this is the, you guys know it's coming. You can target one monster on the field, change that monster to face up defense position. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Typical Borrel targeting in order to trigger the Varlet's effects. We are also getting a new spell called Iron Draw. You can only activate a card with this name once per turn. If you control exactly 2 machine effect monsters and no other monsters, draw 2 cards, and also for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters more than once. So I think it's a pretty good card, not too bad. I think it's a nice card to have early game when you're playing Varlets and Borrels in order to really rev up your engine and stock up your resources early with all those Varlet bullets. So that'll be all for this VJam news coverage. If you enjoyed it, do give this video a like and let me know what you guys think about these new cards in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe for Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG booster box openings on the day of release, as well as other Yu-Gi-Oh! Related videos. With that, hope to see you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Video.
Let's access the spinning, swirling data storm, and with the wind our hearts are made to